What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex Costa, and as men, we are culturally expected to be strong, right? But just because society demands that strength from men, it doesn't mean that we're naturally strong. We have to work on our strengths by finding our weaknesses and beating them down with practice, with discipline, with research, training, and with a lot of time. It's an ever-growing process, and no matter how strong you are, there's always room for growth and improvement, and that is why we have 3.2 million men who are subscribed to my YouTube channel. Because we all want to improve. We all want to be the best version of ourselves. Not even for other people, we just want to evolve so that we can know what our true potential is, how far we can go, right? How far can I go? Can I be successful in my career, my relationship? Can I be a pillar of strength for my family? Can I help my community? Those are all real thoughts that worry a lot of men. And today, I want to talk about the 5 weaknesses that you should overcome as soon as possible. And if you like today's video, all I ask is that you subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can continue to grow here with us, and hit the like button so that other guys can find this video and hopefully we can help them find their true potential as well. The first weakness that you need to overcome is laziness. Laziness is the cause of so much pain later in your life. As you get older, you definitely realize one thing: life is short. So make the best of it. Don't be lazy with work. Don't be lazy with your relationships. Don't waste your time on meaningless activities because you're gonna end up regretting it later. And don't confuse meaningless activities with having fun with your friends or your loved ones, because that is definitely not meaningless. But maybe scrolling on TikTok for 2 hours a day or watching hours of Netflix, that can all be seen as lazy and possibly meaningless depending on what you're watching and why. Take that time to do something with your life, you know, anything from a hobby that you really enjoy, like playing an instrument, reading a helpful book, learning something new, seeing your loved ones, furthering your career or your studies. There is nothing wrong with being lazy once in a while. Trust me, it's kind of fun, right? And having a nice, quiet, relaxing night, for example. I love those. The problem is when they happen too often and you start to fall behind. Then later in life, you realize that you could have done more. And the feeling of, I could have done more, but I didn't, is probably one of the most gut-wrenching feelings that you can have, because it's all on you and it's no one else's fault. So when laziness starts to creep in, try your best to push through, and you're gonna be proud of yourself for beating down that weakness. The next weakness we should all overcome is, of course, physical weakness. Beating down laziness so that we can work out, for example, so that we can stay active, get some time outdoors and some fresh air, so that we can be healthy enough to enjoy our lives for many, many years to come. And physical weakness will prevent you from living a great life, right? If you're not healthy enough to travel, there is no money in the world that will fix it. If you're not healthy enough to walk up a flight of stairs, your life is not gonna be as fulfilling as it could be. If you have no energy to enjoy your friends, your family, if you're unhealthy to a point that you can't find a partner because your lifestyle choices are clearly sideways, then it becomes an even larger problem. So work out, be active, sleep well, and eat healthy foods. And if you want an extra push, a boost that will help you get fit to look and feel your absolute best, then today's video sponsor, Whoop, they know all about that. Whoop is this fitness tracker that I wear 24/7, either around my wrist or my biceps, and it is always on, always reading my body and telling me how I'm doing through their amazing app. It focuses on 2 things, strain and recovery. Strain is how much you're moving during the day, how active you are, how much strain you're putting on your body. If you're very active, your strain will go up. If you're not active, then you're gonna have a very low strain. After it reads your strain, right, it's going to recommend you a recovery time, how many hours of sleep you should get to be fully recovered according to how much strain you put on your body during that day. Basically, it's like having a personal trainer always checking in on you and making sure that you're breaking down that physical weakness that we all need to overcome. This is really good information that everyone has access to with a Whoop. It's game-changing if you're into fitness or if you just want to live a healthier lifestyle. And the best part is that if you use a special link below, the Whoop itself, the device itself, is free. You only pay for the service. And you even get a discount on that because you're a subscriber here of the channel. By the way, once you get your Whoop, then join my team. Make sure that you join my team because Whoop has an amazing community. I have my own team of over 500 guys, you guys, who we can compare stats at any point in time. And also click the first link in the description below to get your free Whoop. And thank you, Whoop team, for sponsoring today's video. So we talked about laziness and overcoming it. We talked about overcoming physical weakness. The next topic that I want to talk about is overthinking. This is a huge weakness for men and it needs to be overcome. The problem with overthinking is that it freezes your mood, right? If you're overthinking, you're not acting, you're not doing. Thinking about something, doing research, doing your due diligence is a good thing. Overthinking is not. It's an unnecessary waste of time and brain power, and it's gonna keep you from actually doing those things that you're thinking about doing. Overthinking leads to procrastination. It's like those people who love to write to-do lists, and they'll take an hour to write this amazing to-do list. But then, because they took so long to write it, they're not gonna have time to actually do the things on the list because they took so long to write it. So it's too much. Overthinking and procrastinating are productivity killers. They're gonna hinder your growth as a person, so the best thing that you can do is to simply do. Another issue with overthinking is that you start to find reasons as to why you shouldn't do what you're thinking about, right? You start to think, well, what if this happens when I'm doing that? Or what if that happens? And then you start to think about these possibilities and they're endless, right? Which means now you're not acting, you're just thinking about everything that could go wrong. And that is limiting. That is going to crush your confidence. Like I said, thinking is good, but be careful with overthinking and letting that weight sink in, that pressure limit your moves. That is not helpful in any case. Next, this one is extremely important because if you can't overcome this, you're basically limited for the rest of your life. And that is self-imposed limitations. Thinking that you can't do it because you're not good enough. These are all in your head, all limitations that you put on yourself, right? Would you tell someone who you love, let's say, right, that they couldn't do it? That they couldn't have their dream job if they worked hard for it? That they couldn't be successful if they put everything into it? Probably not, right? You wouldn't tell them that. So why do we tell ourselves that? That limiting mindset is dangerous because it keeps you from believing in yourself. And if you truly believe that you can't do something, then you most definitely will not be able to do it. Instead, you have to be your own best cheerleader. You have to believe in yourself and say, you know what, maybe I can't do it yet, but I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna push hard. I'm going to achieve the goals that I set for myself because it's doable. Because if other people can do it, then you bet your ass that I can do it too. This past weekend, I went back to the first house my family ever lived in here in the United States. When my mom, myself, my dad, and my two brothers moved from Brazil to the US, we rented out one bedroom from my uncle. One bedroom for 5 of us until we could find and afford our own place. So we lived there for a while. When I lived there, I spoke no English, nothing at all. I went to school and kids would talk smack and bully me for being the new kid, not speaking the language, for being an immigrant. Imagine if I just sat back and agreed with them. Imagine if I said, you know what, they're right. I'm a nobody. I'm just an immigrant from Brazil. I'm poor. I'm not cool like them. I would have never, ever achieved the things that I've achieved today. I had to prove them wrong, and to do that, I had to form this alliance with my thoughts, right? And believe in myself. Otherwise, I can guarantee you that you wouldn't be watching this video right now because I would have never created this channel. The next weakness that you have to overcome, and this is an ongoing weakness that I battle pretty much every day, and that is being impatient. I want things done, and I want things done now so that I can move on to the next thing. And that mindset, it's good to a degree. It keeps me moving. It allows me to push as hard as I can to grow in my field, but it also hurts me because things just take time. Being impatient can be very damaging to your mental health. You're gonna quickly find out that to get something done properly, you need time. It took me 2 years to launch my hair brand, Forte Series. I was going absolutely crazy. I was extremely impatient, and it hurt my soul that I couldn't launch it sooner. But I wanted it done right. So what am I supposed to do? Well, so what is a good middle ground, right? Well, that's all gonna depend, of course, on what you're doing, but I think a good start is to know and to be aware that things take time. Not everyone's gonna have an amazing career by 25 or 35 for that matter. Not everyone's gonna own a house or get married or travel abroad by a certain age, and that is okay. Don't beat yourself up for it. Continue to work, keep moving forward. All you can do is all you can do. Do your best, but don't get impatient because things get delayed, and they will get delayed. That is just life. Guys, if you click the first link below, it's gonna take you to the Whoop website where you can get your free Whoop today and start living a healthier, better life. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Alex Costa. I've been posting there a lot, and I even have a new YouTube channel for short tips and fashion hacks. It's all listed in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Peace.